afternoon, everybody. Just arrived in Kuala Lumpur airport. We're gonna head to downtown and then next to Batu caves. We're only here for a layover, only about 17 hours. And tomorrow we're gonna head to Singapore. Pretty much on our day trip to Malaysia, one of our main goals was to see the Batu caves. And we made it. We made it all the way up. And it took so long that like in the footage it was daytime and now it's nighttime. It was a lot of stairs and we've been traveling all day. Earlier this morning was in Korea, and then we had to get to our hotel, and then we couldn't find our hotel. We got to the wrong one, and then getting here took another hour. I say it's pretty well worth it just for this giant statue alone. Like I don't think the video does it justice, but it is humongous. And inside the caves, it's pretty cool too. It's all natural, and there's different temples around the area. You have to take out your shoes to walk in there, and then you can't wear anything like tank tops or shorts. So you have to cover your arms and your knees. So be sure to keep that in mind if you guys come here.
Nah, you gotta do slower than that. Yeah, just like that. Yeah. All right. It's not waving.
Hello everyone, finally made it to Singapore. Traveling all day again. We got like a few hours of sleep. We're here at Jewel, which is right next to Terminal 1. And then this is the famous Society If memes. You might have seen it all over the internet. It's kind of surreal that we're finally here. And like, look at all this. Look at all this like forest and this waterfall. It's also pretty incredible too. Like the pool, like it looks like it's endless. But yeah. We're gonna spend a little more time at the airport, and we're gonna try to check into our hotel early. We just stopped by the roof on some random mall, and it's kind of free to come up here. I don't know what the mall is called though. You can see like the city skyline from here. It's pretty nice. First impression of Singapore is that everything's so clean. Like everything has a fresh coat of paint. If you guys don't know about Singapore laws, like, you know, if you guys don't know about Singapore laws, it's like very illegal to like litter and chew gum and all that. But they do keep their streets very clean. Go back inside. It's so hot outside. It's like the third week in Asia. It's like I'm just sweating every single day. Still not used to like the humidity. 90 to 100 degree weather every day. Yo, look at this. Long lady. We're in Singapore at night at Jubilee Bridge, and look at this magnificent view. This is incredible. Probably the best view I've seen so far during this trip to Asia. And so we got the water here, the skyline, and actually you can see Marina Bay right there, the iconic Singapore building with the 3 towers and the big boat on top. I think everyone's seen it. And then over there is the line putting out the water. So let's go over there and check it out.
Oh, that's all shaky. This is all shaky. Honey, you should have just told me that at least before.
We made it, guys. Here's the lion shooting out the water, and you get an even closer look at the skyline, which even looks more incredible up here. And then we're actually a lot closer to the Marina Bay Sands, which also looks incredible here at nighttime. It's pretty crazy. This is pretty much my last city in Asia. I've been traveling for like a month straight, and I had a lot of fun. And Singapore was a great last stop. We still have a few more days in Singapore, and I'm just gonna enjoy it. But I'm gonna miss traveling. Going back home, maybe take a break from traveling for a while. Knowing me, I always say I'll take a break from traveling and I'll always get back right on it within the next few months. But I'll see how I feel. I'm pretty content with my trip. I'll still have to see the rest of the trip, how it goes with Singapore. But so far, I'm having a blast. Japan, Korea, Malaysia, and now Singapore. Man, this is really the good life. Alright guys, it's my second day in Singapore, and now we're in Chinatown. It's kind of weird that they have a Chinatown in Asia. Behind me, they're doing some kind of, well, they just stopped, but they were doing some kind of dance earlier. Well, right when I recorded, they stopped. But they were playing like loud music and dancing. And then here I have the big temple in front of me. Earlier today I just had some yum cha, completely full, barely walked. But now going to Gardens by the Bay. I got my boba here in Singapore. I think Singapore is probably one of my favorite cities now. I just really love beautiful skylines. Like, I think my favorite city ever that I visited is like Hong Kong, and this is not like Hong Kong. Like, it's quite different, but just the fact that there's, you know, this amazing skyline just adds to the charm of it. What is going on, everybody? Sweaty again, hot. I think I'm getting more tan, but I know I'm at Arab Street. It's pretty much my last day in Singapore. Tomorrow we're flying out. We don't fly out until 8 p.m., so we kind of have like a half day. But Arab Street is pretty cool. We were at Chinatown earlier. There's Little India, which I don't know if we're gonna have time to visit, but it just goes to show how diverse Singapore is. And behind me I have, I don't know if you can, yeah, you can see it. It's like I think it's called the Sultan Temple, like a Muslim temple. Okay, it's my last day in Singapore. I think I'm really gonna miss it. It is one of my favorite cities that I've been to, right outside of Hong Kong. In fact, some parts does remind me a little bit of Hong Kong, but this is like, I think it's like 1A and 1B. I'm really a big fan of like very big metropolis, but also like very efficient, like public transportations, you know, like all these public projects that have. I like how green everything is. Like every building has like, you know, trees coming out the window. Like, you know, everything is so clean. Transportation is so good. There's so much to do here. It's one of those cities I can see myself living in the future. Singapore, like, I don't know if everyone knows this, but Singaporeans, like, most people's first language is English. Like, they speak English here. There's a good amount of Chinese population as well, but you know, all the signs are in English. Everyone speaks in English. Everyone's fluent. Like, I think it's a little misleading. That I think it might be a little misleading because, you know, they have an accent. Well, everyone has an accent, but to a lot of people, their accents make it seem like English is their second or third language. But no, that's just how they sound. That's just how Singaporeans sound, I guess. It's gonna be ending my 3-week trip. I'm heading back to the US. It's gonna be a long journey until I get home. Gotta fly back to LAX, about 14 hours. Gotta pick up my car. I gotta drive back home. So it's gonna be a long way until I get to my bed.
I think had a good time. It's well worth it. I about to like doze off, but because I haven't slept in a few days. Well, not a few days, but I haven't slept in a while. And catch you guys next time.